Hey guys, I'm Brian and welcome to my shop. This is going to be my weekly shop update for June 15th-ish, 2017. So what's been going on? I didn't have a whole lot of time in the shop last week. I had some family issues that I kind of had to deal with, some illnesses and stuff like that. So I didn't get a whole lot done. And if you listen to the Dusty Light podcast, you'll know that I wasn't on that episode last week, and that's kind of why. That's what was going on. And I'll tell you what, man. Like, I grew up here in Pennsylvania, right? And I always had horrible allergies growing up. And then we moved to Maryland, and I didn't have any allergies whatsoever. Like, I was good to go. And we moved back, and like, holy crap! I cannot take enough Sudafed. It is ridiculous. I was in my shop yesterday, just stuff like pouring out of my face. It was horrible. It was the first time that I ever actually thought to myself, maybe I shouldn't be here. Like, I'm either going to make a horrible mistake on whatever I'm working on, or I'm going to, like, cut off my hand. One of the two. I stayed in the shop and worked, and everything was fine. But still, it's the first time I've ever actually had that thought where maybe I shouldn't be here. I don't know. What do you guys think? Have you guys ever had thoughts like that? Where you legitimately thought, maybe I shouldn't be in my shop right now? I don't know. Let me know. So, what have I been doing? Well, the walnut bed. It's coming along nicely. It's kind of hard to describe the way it's gonna look, really. It's a platform bed, and it's kind of strange. Let me grab a piece and show it to you. So this is one piece of the platform, right? And it's shaped like this. So the 4/4 piece is what holds it off the ground. And this 6/4 piece is like part of the platform. And this goes all the way around it, right? And then, of course, there's a headboard. And then all the structural crap inside of it. So I got all the 3 platform pieces done, and I got the headboard done. So let's go take a look at the headboard. So this is where I'm at with the headboard. It's a floating panel construction. The guys wanted this to be pretty modern, so they wanted the panel flush with the rails and stiles of the headboard. Because it's a floating panel, you can see that seam up at the top where you have to leave room for expanding and contracting. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good. It came out pretty nice. Of course, there's still some cleanup to do on it, but other than that, there's some headboard action. And of course, I got to do the joinery where the platform rails meet it and all that stuff. But it's coming along quite nicely. So let's talk about my dust collection system for a couple of minutes. In the last update, you'll know that I was having some issues with it. It was clogging, and there was no suction happening. And when I really noticed it was at my planer. Usually when I use my planer, there's 0 chips coming out of it on the floor. And I was running some boards through, and there were just chips flying all over the place. So, obviously there was a problem. So I took the collector system apart above the planer, and it was clogged. So I pulled that stuff out, and I expected it to work just fine, but it didn't. If you guys remember, there was also a clog over at the collector itself, where those two 90-degree elbows are, but there was also a clog right up here. And let me kind of explain what happened there. So this curved part here goes to my table saw and my bandsaw, and it used to come straight down from right here. Came straight down underneath this other 6-inch pipe. So when material would pass over it, things would get kind of stuck in there because the pipe was going straight down. I didn't realize that this was going to be a problem at first, so I didn't really know any better. So what I did was I took this all apart, and I made it so that instead of coming straight down, it kind of goes over and curves down. And this is working much better. So it seems as though I have that whole situation figured out. The jointer, on the other hand, is still a big problem. So when I got this guy, there was a little bit of dust collection already hooked up. There was a PVC pipe right here that kind of goes down to here. You can see I have the flex hose coming out of it. But there was nothing on this other side, and you can see that there's just crap all over the place. And the way this originally was built, there's a chute on this side where the chips are supposed to fall, and a chute on that side where the chips are supposed to fall. So I need to just kind of tear this apart a little bit and get inside of it and find out exactly what I need to do to collect more of this stuff, because it's kind of ridiculous. This is a lot of dust and a lot of chips, and I don't want to deal with it anymore. So maybe I can find some time to look at that and figure something out. If anyone else has one of these old jointers, you know, let me know what you did. I know Frank Howarth has one similar, and he talked about his dust collection in his. So I might end up doing something similar. But we'll see. I don't know. So I guess that's going to be about it for this week. Tomorrow, which would be Wednesday, I got to drive my son down to Maryland. He's going to spend 3 weeks down there with a friend of his, and they're going to go to this comic book thing called Awesome Con. So he's pretty excited about that. So I'm going to have a day out of the shop tomorrow. And then, you know, I'll have Thursday and Friday, and hopefully I can finish up this bed. If not this week, probably by the beginning of next week. And yeah, so, you know, as always, I want to thank all of my supporters over on Patreon. You guys are awesome, and, you know, words cannot express the gratitude that I have for the support that you guys give me. That is super cool, and you know, you guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. So until next time, go build something. All right, guys. Later.